Hello everybody. In this video we'll try to understand some more interesting things about Rohini Nakshatra. As we discussed in our previous videos, Rohini is very resourceful. If a person has some thoughts, wishes and desires, to manifest them, Rohini's energy is required. Rohini's energy is very beautiful, and Rohini people are very family oriented. They think about their family and they give a lot of bliss to their partner, if it is not afflicted, of course. But if it is afflicted, or if it has some maleficness associated with it, if a malefic planet is sitting in Rohini, the person may use sexuality to achieve some goals. Rohini is all about productivity, creativity. Rohini people are sexual and artistic in nature. If a person has fifth lord or fifth house energy connected to Rohini, the person may have lot of progeny. They can try. And Rohini is considered to be a balanced nakshatra. So those who are involved in any productive activity will understand the importance of balance in achieving desired results. Whenever you want to achieve goals, this balance is very much required. Even if you observe the nature, it's very creative and productive through the balance of heat and cold, light and dark, rain and shine. So Rohini is very methodical and balanced in its actions. But in its negative aspect, Rohini, like other, if it has some negative aspect, so Rohini may not want to try any adventures in the life. It is very conservative basically, it's very fixed, but in its malefic aspect, or if it is afflicted, then that Rohini people are very conservative, too conservative. They do not want to try anything new if it is malefic. If it is not malefic, if it is associated with some good planets, yes, they are conservative. That is the behavior of Rohini, but at the same time, they welcome some of the new things. They try to add those things to their wisdom. But if it is afflicted, they do not want to try anything new, and they do not want anything to their wisdom and experience. So that is the problem with Rohini's malefic planet, right? If a malefic planet is in Rohini, the people may become very conservative, ultra conservative, too much balanced, too much conservative, right? When they are associated with some malefic planet in Rohini Nakshatra. So it belongs to Shudra caste. It's because, see, we need to understand that Rohini relates to the salt of the earth. People who are involved in activities directly dealing with the earth, farmers, if you observe, farmers and construction workers, these are all seen as belonging to the Shudra caste in ancient times. Those who work in farm fields, right? So it's very earthy in nature, right? It's very earthy in nature. If you observe, Taurus is very earthy in nature. So that's where it's assigned Shudra caste. Because those who actually give us food, right? Those who actually responsible for very much responsible for providing food to the whole world, they belong to Shudra caste in ancient times. So they give food to the society. That's where Rohini actually belongs to the Shudra caste. So it is a female nakshatra. Its association with the feminine planets like Moon and Venus make Rohini a feminine nakshatra. So you can see Rohini's ruler is Moon, and Rohini is in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus ruler is Venus. So it is associated with Moon and Venus. Both are female planets, and Rohini is beauty, and of course it is feminine in nature. So it is also the fourth nakshatra, and you can see the number 4 represents the mothering principle in nature. So Rohini is the nakshatra most related to the earth because it is in the sign of Taurus, the earthy sign. So earth actually produces. It's also feminine. So basically Rohini has a lot of feminine energy. And the forehead, ankles, shins and calves of the legs, right? These are the body parts associated with Rohini. The forehead, ankles, shins and calves of the legs. So it is a Kapha nakshatra. Basically it is watery in nature. It's because it is associated with the Kapha planets, Moon and Venus. Because Moon is the ruler of Rohini and Venus is the ruler of Taurus, in which Rohini basically lies. And Kapha is most closely related to the earth element, you can see. So Rohini is a Kapha nakshatra. And it is related primarily to the south, southeast and northwest. South we say Dakshina, that is south, and southeast, if you see southeast is Agneya, and northwest is basically called as Vayuvya. So Agneya, and opposite to that you can see Agneya, opposite to that you can see Vayuvya, right? So Agneya, Vayuvya and Dakshina, south, southeast and northwest, that is Vayuvya. Southeast is basically Agneya. So these are the directions associated with Rohini. And if you see the 4 padas of Rohini, we will try to discuss those things in our next video. So the behavior of 4 padas of Rohini we will understand in our next video. Thanks for watching this video.